shitty moms, and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children.
Hey, this girl is speaking nothing but facts.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is the part 2 video of the video I posted previously of the sister who came online to literally rant and call parents and their parenting styles out. So if you haven't seen that video, go check out that video. So apparently this sister, she's a ballet teacher, and she came to talk about how kids she teach, which are like 5 years old kids, don't take instruction, how it's really hard, how parenting skills are really terrible, how parents are more concerned about the wrong things rather than raising their kids. She went on a whole rant and was calling parents out and was asking for solution and asking for people, mothers, parents to come and speak up because she needs help. Anyway, go check out that video so you get full context of what she was talking about, okay? So this video, we're going to see people react to what she said because our video was like 9 minutes each long, but this video we're going to hear people's thoughts on what she said and what they think about everything she said. So let's go check out people's thoughts on this, and then we'll come back and talk.
His daughters are twerking at 5.
I am not talking about this creator specifically because I don't know her, but if it isn't the consequences of y'all actions, this just screams to me consequences of y'all actions. So I did a video literally earlier today about an 18-year-old being engaged to a 51-year-old. And people were saying that that's crazy, that's irate, that shouldn't be happening. Respectfully, this is what y'all promote. This is the consequences of y'all actions. When the world treats modest people and people who promote modesty as an offense, they take it as an insult, because a lot of y'all take people telling you to be modest as an insult. You do. Why are you upset that kids don't want to be modest when they know that if you're modest, you're talked down to? And I know this because it was a girl on TikTok. I'm going to try to put her video down here. And you know what? I did a video as well. I was talking about how when you dress modest, you get treated differently than when you don't, etc., and how I wanted to change my image and dress more modestly. And people in the comments were triggered. Oh, I hope he picks you. Life isn't going to get any better. Oh, you think you're just in a third? Because deep down inside, if you're modest, people think you're saying that you're better than them. So y'all treat modesty as if someone is spitting in your face. Y'all surprised that now kids are doing the same thing? They don't want to be modest. Modest is the bad thing. You're a pick-me if you're modest. So with that being said, this is the consequences of your actions. Y'all said go out there and find men who could secure the bag. An 18-year-old went and did that. Everything that is happening out here, you guys advocated for. I don't see what the problem is now. You're getting what you guys wanted. And for the ones who did not want this, I'm sorry.
Parenting is happening. You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates and like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are moms, and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children.
Hey, this girl is speaking nothing but facts. And let me tell you something. I've been wanting to talk about this for a hot minute. When it comes to parenting, this generation, we have failed our kids in a whole new other way. Y'all want to talk about some our parents have caused trauma. Y'all are about to make this next generation so messed up. And let me tell you, a lot of these parents these days, they're trying so hard not to be their parents that caused them trauma, that they're going the exact opposite direction and doing damage in a whole other way. So these people here, instead of wanting to be parents and be authority, these people want to be friends. You are not supposed to be friends with your kids. Your kids are supposed to be kids. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm letting you know, like a child's place, there's nothing wrong with a child being in a child's place. A child's place can be a good thing. I know maybe some of these people, they come from a place where, you know, like me, for example, children are just supposed to shut up and be quiet. And growing up, you were treated, you know, not well because of being a kid. And so maybe you have a negative view of being treated as a kid is like. But I'm telling you this now. that doesn't mean you treat your child like an adult or your friend. If you want a friend, go and make some friend. Stop trying to make your child your friend. That's not your friend. You are supposed to be a parent. Okay? And as a parent, a child, you make sure your child knows they're a child and the child stays in a child place. And a child's place does not have to be a bad place. Okay? It can be a great place. It can be a place where they can just be a child. You know, why you got your kids out here dressing all types of way like they're grown? They have the rest of their lives to dress like that. You don't need to hurry up and make them dress like adult or do adult things, listen to adult music or do those other things. They have the whole rest of their life. They're going to look back and they're going to be like, where's my childhood? Why wasn't I able to just be a child? Why did my parent try to make me be their friend? I see people talk about some, oh yeah, you know, I did with my parents. Like, what we as parents, we are supposed to be example and we're supposed to set down rules for our child. I know some people, they're probably scared to put down rules for their child because they think that, my parents were strict and I did this and that. Okay, so you don't have to be strict, but you still need to put down rules. Children need structure. Children need guidance. And that's what you're there for. You're there to be a parent and guide them and give your children structure and let them know in this crazy, chaotic world that they can come home and know that they have stability and structure and comfort. Like, come on, people. It's not that hard. Why you... like, it is a little bit hard, but it's like... y'all need to parent your kids. Stop trying to impress impress people on the internet. Stop trying to impress people and neglecting your kids. You guys, not you guys, but you know, these parents of these crazy kids, you guys are having your kids disrespect people in authority, and then you act like you don't live in a country where people just have... I don't know if I should say that word. But anyways, you act like you live in a country where people don't have that, and they're going to go and disrespect the wrong person, and they're going to end up getting pew-pewed. And then you're going to end up wondering, what happened? You act like you don't live in a country where these kids acting like this is not going to have such a huge negative consequence. You need to learn to protect your child, not like just, you know, in one way, but all ways. You need to just guide these kids, man. These kids are lost. They're looking to you for guidance, and you're not giving it to them. You are not giving it to them. I honestly worry about this next generation because these parents, you guys are broken, and you guys are trying to make a families while being broken. And you can see you're coming in with your trauma, and you're talking about some, like, I understand. She said, you know, your kid hit somebody. Oh, why did they hit them? I get it. Maybe you came from a school where nobody gave a somebody was being bullied until the person retaliated. Yeah, so probably you want to know the story. Yes, that's understandable. But if they see you disrespecting the teacher or disrespecting authority, kids lead by example. They're going to follow that. It says a lot about the parents, in my opinion. It says a lot. I mean, sure, maybe one day your kid's going to rub up on me and they're going to run up and they're going to learn that I'm not the one to mess with. I'm not one for disrespect. Okay? If your kid talking to me or disrespect me or hitting me and trying to be acting crazy with me, this about to be us. This about to be me and your kid. We scrapping. Because I will not sit there and be disrespected by nobody spitting it. Let me tell you that. That being said, I feel like all I can do is pray for the next generation, these generations of kids, because they're so lost and their parents are just as lost. And like she said, we have to do better. We have to do better. This is the future generation. Can you imagine a doctor from these kids coming in you and doing surgery and being rude as like this to you? And you can't go nowhere because all the other doctors are rude as hell too. That's gonna have to be our new normal or something. We gotta fix this.
Having a hard time following instructions, and 7 times today I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit, and mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And
all right, I'm gonna tell you some real I'm an elder millennial, and this gentle parenting, be who you want to be, pick your own punishment, let's talk it through, that's gonna work. This coming generation, my children's generation, is, as a mother, I can honestly tell you that they will never speak to me the way that those children spoke to you during your ballet class. The lack of respect and authority is astounding, and it's disgusting, because in today's society, we can just be what we want to be, right? Let's have everybody choose. And along with that mentality comes this whole gentle parenting. Let your kids get away with MURDER. Like, it is, and I'm done of it. I'm done with it. Like, I don't care as far as what you identify as, what you do with your life, if you're an adult, whatever, like, live your life. But in today's society, this go with the flow, be who you want to be, has now stemmed into our children and letting them be what they want to be and say what they want to say and act how they want to act. Do you know what would happen to me if I ever got nasty or spoke out of turn or spoke to my mother like that, or a person of authority? You know what would happen? I would have gotten my ass whooped, soap in my mouth, grounded. Try a night without Full House. That was punishment. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have tablets. We got a wooden spoon on our hairbrush, soap in the mouth, and if you were really bad, my mom would make you swallow that pump soap. And that was not considered abuse back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was called good old-fashioned discipline, good old-fashioned authority. And you know what? I have a lot of faults, but I think I turned out just fine, considering. I'm not disrespecting other people, and I'll if my 2 sons are going to do the same. Y'all, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Yes, I believe we need to save our children from, other things in life, like predators and teaching certain subjects in school that are not appropriate for children. Let the kids be kids. But on the same token, kids need discipline. They need direction. They need structure. They need routine. They need to be disciplined. And disciplining them is not letting them listen to, secular music. And it's not letting them disrespect adults or other people. Period. End of story. I'm tired of seeing it. This generation is doomed. The lack of respect is disgusting. And I can't even imagine what my parents thought of our generation. Or, Gen X or whatever. Because my parents are boomers. And for us to say that this generation is even worse is saying something. I'm done. I'm mad.
Now, I wasn't going to stitch this video, but it's come up a few times on my For You page. So I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about it. And I just want to say that I am speaking, that I'm saying what I'm saying on a serious note. And sorry, it's because, just watching the video, I'm in my 30s, you know what I mean? Not to put my, not that you guys care, but I don't even know what the hell Pound Town, shut up. I don't even know what Pound Town is or what ski, hold on, let me gather myself. I actually, I have to go and find it on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever and actually hear it, because I don't even know what it is. I had to ask my 15-year-old daughter what it is. She knows what it is, unfortunately. I don't know how that is. But I mean, like, as it is, we as parents, like, can't protect our kids from everything. But if you're just, like, you know, putting that in their face, you know what I mean? And teaching them that and encouraging that, like, the fact that, like, some kids, and I'm not even saying just 5-year-olds, but that kids know certain songs or certain things, like, that wouldn't seem crazy to me, because I mean, they're going to be exposed to the world, you know what I mean? We as parents, our job is just to, like, mitigate that and control that, you know what I mean? And kind of, like, guide them and show them. But the fact, I think she said something along the lines of, like, those 5-year-olds or those girls twerking, now that means that they've been exposed to some, you know what I mean? And no. Because look, like, I get it that we as parents, you know what I mean, want to play our own music and, like, want to do our own thing, you know what I mean? And obviously, like, I'm gonna keep it real. I play my stuff, but it's not super crazy, but just be mindful. Be mindful of where your kids are at. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, when you go out places and stuff like that, you know, just make sure that, you know, you explain things. And I don't know. The world ain't perfect, but to be doing all that and to be disrespectful on top of that and not respect authority. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, when I grew up, it was way worse. You know, but I feel like things are more prominent and are more out there now versus, like, back then, like, everything was on the low. My mom kind of had this thing where, like, she would rather us experience certain, like, things, whether it was, like, music, you know what I mean, or, like, whatever with her, and then she would kind of, like, make everything a teaching lesson, hence which is why I am the way that I am, you know. So, like, if we were in the car and something came up, you know what I mean, and obviously if it's really bad, that's different, but, like, I would rather have my kids hear it, you know what I mean, on the radio, and me tell them, like, okay, well, this is not okay, or this is, like, whatever, or, like, hear their reaction, stuff like that, because we can't baby-proof them. We can just guide them, if that makes sense. I'm going to emphasize on that, because a lot of people think, like, oh, you know what, we can just make our kids, you know what I mean, and make ourselves perfect people, and we can't, you know what I mean. And music is bad, you know what I mean, but everything is bad, but, you know, like, I don't know, you just have to find, like, this right balance. Obviously, definitely no Pound Town or no Ski or no, like, not, especially not at school. But I do think that our teachers, I mean, obviously people in all professions, but for the sake of this video, this one is in regards to teachers. I do definitely think that they should be getting paid more. I didn't know how bad it was or how much it is on, you know, our teachers until my son's, well, he's 7, gonna be 8. His teacher is 40 something, and she doesn't have any kids. I don't even think she's married, but she doesn't want any kids, and she's come to terms with that because she's been teaching for I don't know how long, and I think she's like 20 or 24 kids. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's high. And she says she loves them and she cares for them, but they're too much. And when she goes home, like, that's just her time and her life. And she's just accepted that. And she doesn't want to give up teaching, you know what I mean? And she's a great teacher. So all I'm saying is, like, much love and much respect to them. And remember, parents, you know, listen to your kids, but listen, you know, to the people that are in charge and who are ultimately, like, caring for your kids majority of the time. And if they're wrong, you know, it's time for some tag team action, respectfully. And I don't mean, like, be mean to them or put them down or gang up on your kids. I'm just saying, you know, it's good for your kids or our kids to see that, you know, both authority figures are on the same page and have the same, you know, thoughts and push through for their improvement. I mean, when it comes to them abiding by whoever it is that's in charge, that's going to benefit them. And if you don't think so, and you think that they can just do whatever they want and walk all over everybody because they don't like that, well, that's going to do more harm to them than good, especially when they go out there and deal with law enforcement, when they get their, you know, first job, you know what I mean, and their boss or whatever. So you have to think, you know, in the long run and not just, oh, this is my baby, because that baby is going to grow up to be a bigger problem in essence, and it's going to go out to the world And we don't want that. I mean, we want good, productive, healthy, and balanced people overall. And look, just to wrap up this video, I just want to say that I really feel for this creator, the one in the original video. And I respect her because I know she said she was like 22-ish and that she was a teacher and still going to school. So my hat goes off to you. And I just want to say that thank you for having the patience, you know, still after everything that it is that you've been through, to still want to be a teacher and a guide for those babies. And I mean, especially at that age, like that age requires so much patience. Like obviously for kids, you know what I mean? Or yeah, for kids in general, you have to have patience, even for people. But especially for certain age brackets, you know, where they know they're learning, you know what I mean? They should know better, but they don't. Because a 5-year-old is not the same thing as like a 15 and 16-year-old. Like there's no way. You still gotta have patience, you still gotta be mindful. But yeah, they're just beginning. So to deal with that, you know what I mean? And then to still deal with the parents that are not even meeting you halfway at all, like that's just unfortunate. But I would just like to say, don't give up. I'm sure that you're not going to. I'm a firm believer that God doesn't give us more than we can handle. I can attest to that. I can attest to that. And look, I'm not trying to attack anybody or whatever, but if you're a parent of any kid at any age, please just teach your kids to be respectful. At least that. You know what I mean? And kind. And yes, it is necessary, especially if you're sending them to a public, even a private, like anything that has to do with other people being involved. Because like, how do you want them to benefit off of the services that they're trying to provide? You know what I mean? How do you want them to learn math? How do you want them to learn ballet? If they're not wanting to listen, then that kind of just doesn't even line up. And then not only that, like, to be disrupting the whole class and not letting any other kids benefit from it. Like, for one person or two, we're not gonna, like, you know, ruin it for everybody else. So just be mindful and show your kids, you know what I mean, our kids, how to, you know, become, you know, just, I don't know, people, because these people are gonna come out like into our community. I don't know. And if you feel like you can't, respectfully, I don't know, just ask yourselves why. Like, I don't think I could even imagine, like, fighting with my teacher. I mean, with my kid's teacher. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if they go to school, you know what I mean? You go to school to learn. You're going to the service, I mean, you're going to learn. You're going to abide by what it is that they say. They are, after all, the ones that are supposed to care for your kids while you're not there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just teach people. Just teach your kids how to treat. Just teach your kids how to treat people, because that's how they want to be treated. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it's like. Anyways, I gotta go. I've been on here too long, but I'm gonna go figure out what the Pound Town is. And I don't know if he says ski. I don't even know who sings those songs. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. Love to know what you think and how you think that we can go about this and all that. Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts, but please keep it respectful. Here on the channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. If you're looking for the full video, I'm going to leave it up in the card and also in the description box, so you can go check out the full video to know what a lot of these moms are talking about and what that sister complained about. So for me, I actually gave some points in the other video, so go check it out and get some of the things I said. Yes, I feel like this generation, because of this old soft parenting, which also boils down from what I was talking in the other video of trauma, because of a lot of the trauma and a lot of the things that we went through, some of us parents and mothers choose to go like the opposite direct way, like direction of the ones our parents did, from that strict parent to a very no discipline at all. But for me, I just want to ask, where is that middle ground? I feel like strict parents, I'm not in support of strict parenting. Soft parents, I'm not. I just feel like being in the middle, it's just it. But I feel like if you really have a strong purpose of why you choose to have kids, I feel like you're very intentional about how you raise the kids and you're very hands-on on it. And I don't think you will want a child, somebody that intentionally choose to have kids, will want the child to disrespect people, the child to be somebody that disrespect authority in growing up, because we know that there's consequences. I know some people are like, oh, we don't have to follow the zombie that the government, the society has raised us. We need free-minded people. Yes, we need people to think, but when they are kids and they're growing up, they just need some type of structure until they are able to form their own ideology. And even if you don't follow that structure, even in today's society, as much as we're talking about freedom of this, even in today's society, if you don't follow structure, there's consequences. You will face the consequences of it, and you don't want that. So I just feel like parents should heal their trauma and find that middle ground. Find that middle ground on raising their kids, especially when the kids are here. But also, if you have not had kids, ask yourself, why do you want to have kids? Because in my own society, I know a lot of moms that can't wait for Mondays to come for them to drop their kids. They don't like. They are so happy when their kids are off to school and they can do other things. They have time for it. And this is why I post a lot of videos here where mothers are telling you it is not easy being a parent. So until you know what exactly you're getting yourself into and you've healed your trauma, don't bring human beings into this place that you're going to just, okay? That you're just going to make more terrible human beings living here. Please. Please, please, please. Okay? Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. So go ahead and share your thoughts, but please keep it respectful, okay? And don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.